G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome back of course to the Time Bomb channel, and I hope all is good and excellent in your part of the world. Watch review today of a very nice watch. You're going to like this one a lot, guys. This is the DOXA SUB Sharkhunter 200, reference 79910102120. Let me just pause there and zoom in for effect. So this is a new release, or newly landed at here in the UK. I chose this one for a review over the 300s and above because I just thought it's the entry level piece price wise. They've got some fine heritage pieces, but they are very spendy, and supermarkets are not getting any cheaper anywhere in the world these days. Why pay more when you don't need to? Because I think you're getting a huge amount with this one. This one has been lent into the channel by the lovely people over at First Class Watches. If you're interested in this one, do hit them up. Let them know you've come from the Time Bomb channel. I'm sure they would love to hear from you. This is the first DOXA on the channel. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say. Over 300 videos done, and finally getting around to the brand. Stavros is our number one leading Greek subscriber. Remind me, Stav, does DOXA mean glory, glorious, glory hole? Do let us know down below. Let me just clear the desk so we can get some focus. So key speckage of these then, they are 42 mils across. It's about 12 mils and a bit deep. That's only at the very center because there's a slight swelling in the bottom of that case body there. And then north to south, it's a very manageable 47 mils. And it sits on 19 mil lugs. Yes, 19 mil lugs, you heard me correctly. More on that in a little bit. Let me just throw it on wrist for you here. My wrist is around 7¼ inch for reference. So those 47 mils, I think, sit really nicely. And then it doesn't wear, I don't think, like a traditional 42 because, as I say, just a fraction shorter. But the depth as well there, as you can see, ultra manageable. Probably don't need me to tell you this, and you can see it exactly for yourselves. The first thing that you notice when you take this out of the box is it oozes finesse and lovely finishing. That glossy black sapphire bezel insert just looks beautiful. I mean, really very nice finishing on this one indeed. As I say, just spots of detail and things like this, very nice indeed. As I say, it's not a beast of a watch, it's just a very classy one. The design as well, I think it's simple, it's not fussy, it's reassuring like a proper dive watch should be. Talking of dive watches, let's start or continue with that bezel. You'll notice that the knurling around here is just on that top lip. It's not the grippiest, so it could be a little slippery when wet, but the action is super tight, and it sounds like this. Really nice, as I say, surprisingly tight. I can't see just as I realign it up to the top. Alignment as well, I think, is excellent and spot on. But as I say, really noticeable how tight and positive that spring is. The box crystal up top, as you can see there, I mean, it's super distortion everywhere, and just again adds to that very vintage retro feel. As you say, so it just slopes up into the center as well. The dial text is almost so minimal. You kind of sort of feel that you've been a little bit shortchanged, especially what we're used to these days with, you know, brands cluttering up the dial with all sorts of unnecessariness. But here we're going to that stripped back unclutteredness, and I really like that indeed. The lugs, you know, as you're probably well aware, you know, have some twisty action going on here, which is very nice indeed. But they are actually straight. It's just that inner edge there sort of drops and curves in. Let me see if I can zoom in a fraction more so that you can see that better. It just sort of scoops into the center of those lugs again, which just adds, you know, another little bit of detail. I think, you know, a lot of people liken that to the one of the old Speedmaster models as well. So you can see lots of history reference going on here. There is a but, and sadly it's a really quite a big but, and that is the loom. For the £1,000 price mark, I'm sorry, but the loom, just has to be better. Has to be better. And I'm perplexed as to what they've done here. Whether they've just felt, the need to go sort of, slightly retro and keep it a bit dark. I don't know, but whatever it is, it doesn't work for me. The case body as well is very, very nice. I like the differentiation here and the fact that you've got some slight undercutouts there, which just sort of remove the slabbiness of the sides. The hands, again, I'm undecided about the hands. So I'm getting a lot of reflection. Do they need some more AR on this? Possibly. The hands almost look like they've been made up of spare parts of the hour markers. I don't know if that's an act of genius or whether it's just a little bit limited. And I can't help wondering as well if the hands perhaps could have been a smidge larger. Again, that could be my OCD. Thoughts down below, commentary. You do get the coloured fish on the side, and it doesn't exactly match with any of the other colours on the dial or the watch. I'm wondering if it could have been just silvered out. The case body features the lovely fishy as well there. The action on the crown, though, is good. It's done slightly on the small side for very large fingers, but lots of positiveness going on there. And again, the winding action, very solid. And then quick set date, if I can find it. Yes, I can there. Really sharp as well. So yeah, interesting and positive attributes to this watch. I can never see through the camera when I'm trying to rescrew. There we go. Back in place. Stavros again, buddy. This is all about you today. You were talking about pearl-on straps the other day, and here we've got sort of a faux pearl-on, but it's in a very nice thick, pleasing FKM rubber. So you get that vintage aspect with something actually very, very usable here in the rubber. Again, 19mm lugs here. I'm not sure why. I can't see that it's influenced because of that inner curve there. I mean, what's wrong with 20? Make it a little bit more universal for people that do want to strap swap outs. The buckle, though, in contrast, is beautiful. Really nice shape, lovely, big and chunky, very, very easy to operate. And again, you've got your little fishy on a dishy. The 300 series, I mean, clearly the more tooly of their offering. But the 200s to me sort of hark back more to the skin diver design DNA, so less Sharkhunter and more nurse shark tickler. Yes, sorry, my mind. The mind of a watch nutter is a terrible thing to taste. Moving on rapidly. I think overall the watch looks absolutely fantastic. It wears great, but they really do need to rethink the loom on this. Over to you guys. What do you reckon? Really looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this one. Thanks again to the lovely people at First Class Watches for the loan of this one. And we'll catch you all in the next vid. Cheers now.